I'm Corbett Wall with DV Auction, here with a 3-minute cattle market update for Wednesday, July the 22nd, where you look at this week coming in. We kind of look like things are pretty much leveled out. Our box beef has found some support at the bottom there and in very low 230s there, and then that's where we're at now. We've actually seen some higher days and then settling back lower here on Tuesday, but seems to have found some footing. And expected to kind of trade within a narrow range right now. We thought maybe that the board had kind of found a bottom there and found some support with feeder cattle trying to get back up there where cattle are actually trading. And your slaughter cattle, fed cattle, have gotten to the point where they've just about probably found their summer bottom. And if not last week, within the next week or two, will probably have found their summer bottom and will start to either trade sideways or start making a little bit of incline, going back up a little bit. But come into this week, your Chicago Mercantile Exchange cattle futures on Monday, fed cattle were about steady. Feeder cattle gained another $1 there on top of last week's over $3 gain. But then we come in on Tuesday, and for whatever reason, not exactly sure what it is. Nothing has really happened. Slaughter's about what it ought to be. Like I said, box beef hasn't made any dramatic changes. We're kind of looking for a fairly bullish cattle on feed report. No reason for it, but on Tuesday's session, live cattle are down almost $1.50, and feeder cattle over $3 lower. And you know, asking around, it seems like the only logical reason for that is they say that Chicago Mercantile Exchange made a mistake on your cash feeder cattle index and then needed to tweak it another $1 or so lower than what they had thought it would be, and then they tanked the board to over $3. There's just so much, so thin a trade in that market, and the few people that are outside the industry that are still in it, whenever they see it going one way or the other, they just dogpile and try to roll it because it's very vulnerable, because there's not much open interest and very light trade in that. And now we've got August feeder cattle on the board trading at $213.15, which is at least $20 to $25 below what a good load, straight pot load set of 750-pound number one type steers ought to be bringing. And what they are bringing, they'll bring more than that out in the country fresh off grass. Your weighted averages in the cash fed cattle market last week were 147.96 for steers. Dressed 235.20, which was a little bit disappointing. We thought more of them traded at 236. Oklahoma City had 4,500 head on Monday, week to $5 lower. Joplin had the yearling stayed at 5 higher, and calves stayed at 5 lower, but just a light trade at 2,300 head. Look at Cattle Market Central. Bluegrass stockyards here on Tuesday. As I'm reporting this, Lexington had 3 loads of big steers, weighed 896, bring 212.90, which is just about what the board's trading for a 750-pound steer. That's 3 minutes. We'll talk to you on Friday.